Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Wolverine the Long Night. This is the comic book of the podcast. So yeah, those first 10 episodes of the podcast are actually free online. You can go and look them up, iTunes, wherever. And I haven't actually watched them yet, listened to them yet. Just a heads up. So I'm reading the comic book first, essentially. I don't know if I'll listen to the podcasts first or wait for these to come out. I don't know. Anyway, let's get started on who made this. So the writer is Benjamin Percy, the artist Marcio Takara, color artist Matt Mila, VC's Joe Caramonga on letters, and Rafael Albuquerque on the cover. There's a variant cover by Gabriel Hernandez Walta. I think that's it. Okay, so basically they're in this small town in Alaska. It's out of the way. There's farmers and loggers and bartenders. That's really, for the most part, all there is in this small Alaskan town. And according to one of the deputy sheriffs, a rookie who actually came from the city, everybody's hiding from something. So you actually meet this one guy who had a drug charge in, I think they said Idaho or Illinois, I don't know, something. Anyway, he's up there hiding from the warrant. He's a user, drug user, and just whatever. 9 people are killed on a fishing boat. There were supposed to be 10. One of them called in sick that particular day. He doesn't seem to have known what's going on, but that's just my synopsis. There's also the people who died in town. Everybody's like, oh, it's a bear attack or something, these big, thick claws. Well, obviously it's Wolverine. Now, Wolverine does actually show up in the town. The sheriff's deputy, or excuse me, not the sheriff's deputy, the one fisherman who stayed home, he knew Logan. Logan didn't talk to anybody, but when he came to the town new, he didn't talk much to anybody. And then just there was an accident that he wound up helping with, and it was a really crazy, wild thing. Anyhow, so there's a murder. A couple of murders, and it looks like Wolverine's responsible for it. Now the question is, what exactly did these people do? Because of course, Wolverine's the good guy, right? Here's the thing: we didn't actually see Logan on the boat. Okay, it's just this guy who said that he was Logan. Somebody who called what he had claws. Now, maybe they said that he was short. I don't actually remember. I honestly don't remember if it was said specifically he was really short or not. Wolverine is 5'3". Maybe it was like Wild Child or Sabretooth. I don't know, because at the end of this gives me questions. The end of this book, because they go to this place where he's supposed to be at. This Logan guy is supposed to be living, and all around it's really out in the wilderness. Even for this little town. But there's a bunch of deer carcasses hung up, and they're gutted. So I don't see any claw marks. I see like entrails pulled out. Now, if you guys know, that's nothing like what Wolverine would do. When Wolverine wants to keep his senses sharp and his tracking skills and like really do some serious exercises out in the wilderness, the way that he hunts is by going out and tracking down a sensitive, jittery, I forget what the word is he specifically used, I think he said like a jittery deer or something like that, and a doe, and then he would go up and just touch it. That's it. Because they were always hyper aware of everything around them, like somebody coming, because I have no natural defenses except to run, so he would just sneak up on it, and it would take days sometimes getting close to this deer just to come up and just touch it on the butt. Something like that, and then it would like, oh, I can't believe he got so close, and run away real quick. He'd be like, yes, because then if he could touch it, he could have killed it with his schnick claws. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, this was good. I enjoyed this. I love a good murder mystery type thing. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't exactly call this Murder on the Orient Express, but I'm enjoying this so far. I like that so much work has been put into the podcast. I have heard snippets, clips of it. But yeah, I just never sat down and actually listened to the thing. It is free. Maybe since I'm so freaking sick, I'll just devote some time to listening to it. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it from me. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.